Hey everyone, come make gluten-free mince pies with me. So I started with mixing butter, flour and xanthan gum in a bowl together using a pinching method just to get that all into a crumble. Like so. The reason for using xanthan gum in this type of pastry is because we're using gluten-free flour. The xanthan gum basically just stops it from going all crumbly when it bakes. And then I added a little bit of icing sugar once that was mixed in, and an egg, and just again mixed that into the dough before I started to bring it all together and knead it into a ball. The good thing about using gluten-free flour is that in this type of cooking you don't have to worry about overworking the dough. So I felt that this took a little bit of time to stop going sticky, and so it was really helpful to not have that worry. And then I popped that into a bit of cling film and put that in the fridge for an hour. Once that was nice and cold, I floured a surface and rolled out my dough into around 3 to 4 millimeter thickness sheets, but as you can see I tried to pick it up and it all fell apart, so here I am rolling that out again. What I also didn't have was some cookie cutters, so what I'm using here to cut out my mince pies is my NutriBullet lid, and I'm just checking the size in the background that they fit. So here I am cutting those out, and once you've cut those out you can pop those into a greased muffin dish and then roll up your pastry again. This took me a couple of goes because I couldn't get the sizing right on my lids, so you can definitely see in a minute where the pastry cuts, and I try it again. I think it's just here, yep. So then I'm using a glass to cut out the lids for my mince pies, which I've also filled with mincemeat in the background. And then once they were all cut out, I used a little bit of egg wash to just put around the top of the pie before putting the lid on, just to make it stick. And then I also added a little bit of that to the lids on my mince pies as well, as you can see here. And then once all of my mince pie lids were on, I then took a fork and did a little bit of crimping around the tops of the mince pies just to make them seal and look a bit more pretty. What I also should have done was put a steam hole in these, but I definitely didn't. So here's a little bit of egg wash and sugar on the top before they go in the oven to cook. And then once they were done, they came out looking a bit like a cross between a mince pie and a steak and ale pie, but they were delicious.